Hello, hello. Uh. Can you hear me? Hello? Hi chat, I'm going to be doing some gacha pulls today. Oh my god. So there's too many windows open for me. Currently, I'm waiting for Riot to return because he has gacha luck that I need for Shadow Milk Cookie. Alright, let's move to the game screen. Hello, Valencian. You're in both chats. Don't pull gacha yet, Mori. I ain't ready. I am ready. I am more than ready. Hold on. Whoop. There. I am more than ready. I also have more than enough for the gacha pity. Hold on. I've already done my dailies. So, hold on. Yes, hello. Actually, my Twitch chat broke, so I'm here. Oh, no! Well, welcome in, Valencian. We're going to be... Hello! It's Riot. We currently don't have voice DLC for him, so he has the bot. Yeah. Time for gacha! Hello! Gacha. How much is the voice DLC? No. Right, how much is the voice DLC? How will we get you to unmute? Whoa! Oh, I'm gonna mute that. I might get DMCA. Hello. Here.
Yeah, voice DLC isn't available. But the direct DLC is.
No. Well, right after I use up all my gacha pulls, we will be doing the Derek DLC. We'll be reading through it. We also have Bonsai here. He is currently muted, but he will be watching chat as well. Huh? Where am I streaming? I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Twitch and YouTube, yes. No live 2D model right now because I didn't have time to set that up. And also I have too many things open. My computer might die. Woo, gambling! Yes sir! We got gambling. Alright.
Currently P. R. King. Hi chat, behave smiley.
That's Bonsai. He's parking his car. Why are you in the car? Damn. Alright. First draw of the day. Let's do this. I have enough for hard pity, but hopefully on the first 10 pull, I get Shadow Milk Cookie immediately and then the stream is over. Okay, bye. Oh! It was White Lily Cookie. Huh? Whoa. That was a special pull. What does that mean? White Lily Cookie. Here it is. I think. Oh!
Welcome, folks.
What the hell?
Some giggles?
Ah! Ah! Oh, my patience is rewarded.
Who can say no?
LMAO,
to a
you
pinch
actually
of
did get
good
him on the
old
first pull. I can't.
deceit?
Let's go! Yippee! 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 Thanks for the stream! Thank you guys for hanging out! Bye!
It's my gacha luck, FR.
Yeah! Let's go! First 10 pull! Woo! Jeez! You're welcome, Mori. Thank you, Riot. Thank you. The gacha luck is real. Good lord.
Thanks for watching Mori's fastest stream today.
Screenshot, 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 screenshot. There. Woo. Holy shit! Whoa! Clip the whole stream. Woo! Alright, yippee! Okay, I'll use up all my remaining gacha currency. Maybe I can get him to Ascension, or well, promote him. I don't know what it's called. There goes all my Genshin. No, no. Alright, another temple.
INB4, you get 4 more copies.
4 more copies. We got a strawberry cookie pull, so nothing special here. Oh, we got a... what's it called? A soulstone, though. More gambling! Yay! Let's reach pity! Maybe I can get the... I can get another beast!
Reach pity, yeah.
Reach pity! We got a beast cookie cutter there. No. Alright. That red cookie cutter is the beast one, I'm guessing. This is an epic cookie. Linzer cookie? Oh, it's eclair. This isn't the beast cookie though. Oh wait, no? Oh, that was... I've been duped. So it's just the general animation for like an epic above. Right, more gacha currency. Yippee! Let's head to hard pity. Alright. Oh, I only need 1 more soul stone to reach, like, first promotion. I wonder if my own luck works in this game too? Maybe. Damn, that first 10 pull was really all my luck. Oh man. Oh. I guess he really did want me to end stream already. Shadow Milk, you forsake me. Alright, we got 20 soul stones now. We can promote them to 1. First promotion. What? The anime eyes? 2 special ones. So the beast gacha doesn't show like rainbow cookie cutters, it shows red ones. Epic cookie.
Silence.
Oh. Oh, yes, I will shut up, ma'am.
Into the darkness.
I will shut up, ma'am. Thank you. Choco drizzle cookie. Oh! Yippee! 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 Woo! Yippee! Oh, yippee! Yippee! Yippee!
Choco who now? Hello Mega Nay.
Hello, Megan. Yippee! 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 No fair. Oh, my patience is rewarded. I've been collecting until pity for like 3 weeks now. Oh my god.
WHTS, the yellow cookie called by the way.
What's the yellow cookie called? Which yellow cookie?
But
There's a
also
lot.
first dupe, let's go.
First dupe, yeah! Which yellow cookie? There's a lot of yellow cookies. No fair. I am rewarded, chat. I am rewarded. My patience is rewarded.
The one in the shadow milk cookie animation.
Oh, that's pure vanilla. Pure vanilla cookie.
Do you realize how little that narrows it down? Chat.
Alright, let's use up all my stuff. Thank you for the head pats, Valencian.
Shut it, you damn tiny tree.
Oh no. Riot and the tiny tree are fighting. Oh, it's a wizard pole. Wizard poles don't do much. Strawberry poles are something. Yeah. Yeah, there's potential. There's potential. 1. Give it to me straight, Doc.
So what else is planned for the stream now? Shadow Milk wanted this to end faster than Riot in bed.
No, no, no! You can't say that! What the What? I planned on reading more of the Derek DLC today. I was just gonna do gacha pulls for the first part. Epic cookie.
There
Huh?
goes the monetization dang.
Oh, is this matcha cookie? Oh, it is! Yippee!
Go away!
One of my favorite ones! One of my favorite ones! I finally have her! I don't have to use my mileage points for her now. Yippee!
Oh wait, my bad. I thought that was just a thumbnail error, LMAO.
Yeah, we're doing a Derek DLC. I'm just using up all my gacha. Eleven more
so
pulls
happy.
to go, chat. Ten more pulls to go, chat. What the hell? Mori bro, stop chatting me! Hold on. Let me, there.
Can we get full ascension on the Jester boy?
Question mark. We'll see. Oh! It's a pure vanilla and white lily cookie pull. Another one? Another one? Please? Please? Please?
Please be another one.
You didn't. No. No. We got up here vanilla pool. Let's see if we got the cookie. Here it is. Oh, it's an epic. And it's rye cookie. Man, alright. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh well.
Let me switch platforms real quick.
Alright. Last 4 polls. I'm getting lots of mileage points though. That's nice. Alright, chat. Final 10 poll. Final 10 poll. 3, 2, 1. No! We didn't get anything. Alright. Time to check rewards. We got... we got him! We got hard pity! Yippee! Yippee! We got hard pity. In total, I now have 3 full pure shadow milk cookies. Yippee! Yippee! Pity! Yippee! I really like this part where Shadow Milk like looks at the audience. There you. Yippee! Yippee! Alright. Few vanilla. No. Shadow Milk. Cookie. Choco drizzle. Shadow Milk. Cookies. And now we can ascend him. Hold on. Release. 3 Shadow Milks. He still look like Blitz. I'm sorry. No. No. Here we go. We just can't keep getting away with it.
Face.
Ah! Ah! He's here!
Time for some real drama.
Yippee! Yippee!
We all live for some spicy drama. Am I right?
Wait a minute. He sounds like Bonsai.
Come, folks. Ready for some giggles?
He sounds like if Bonsai and Gavus Battle merged their voices.
'Tis I, your humble jester, here to brighten up your mood.
Yippee!
We all live for some spicy drama. Am I right?
Specifically, this voice line is so Bonsai coded. Time to promote. Can we get him to Ascension 2? Whoa!
Deceit is a spiral.
Oh, he bows. There's a... Day. Oh, we can go for one more. Yippee! Oh, we got, these cookies have like,
Scent of deceit.
special things where if you ascend them, they improve their, like, costume, I guess. And he got an Eye of Deceit thing now. Yippee! Please, Mori, I can't be this fruity. That begs the question, Bonsai. I love jester characters. Yippee!
Oh no. Time for some real drama.
Okay, time to find him in my kingdom. We need to find this man. Oh, shit. Produce all. Let's have that. There. Where is this man? Here! Oh no, he's about to trip the sugar gnome. No.
Ever told a lie? Then we're pals!
Oh
A
man.
blade's edge is what separates truth from deceit. Well, are we ready for some tomfoolery?
Oh, he pulled a rabbit out of a warp hole? Oh man. Oh, it's a puppet string. He turns into a puppet string when you pick him up. Dang.
You want in on a scrumptious little secret? Hmm?
He sounds exactly like Bonsai!
A fount of knowledge. Who could that be?
Oh, bro. I'm so happy!
Only once, crumbling to see you try. A blade's edge is what separates a fount. Ever told a lie? Then we're pals!
Yippee! Okay, that's it for Cookie Run stream. Alright. Time for the Derek stream. Alright, hold on. I need to disconnect the phone first. And then answer something. Bonsai Shadow Milk Cookie cosplay when? Hey yo! Shadow Milk Cookie cosplay! Hold on. The Derek DLC. Let's put that up. Window capture. There we go. I was catching Riot up to where we last left off on stream last week. But I guess we could like speedrun through it for catching up instead of like having to try to explain it to him. There we go. Thanks for watching. Now, how do I change the category on Twitch? Alright! Category on Twitch. I can do that. Question mark. Yeah. Our life. Thanks for watching my gacha pulls, everyone. The streamer luck and Riot's gacha luck. We made it work. Yippee! I got him to Ascension to yippee! Yippee! Update. There we go. Let's go. Hello, Riot, are you still there? I got Shadow Milk Cookie 3 times. Yippee! Yippee! That's more than enough for me. I am not over
You
it.
still hear a multitasking Derek in the Logos.
Oh. Damn, you're not prioritizing Derek? Oh my god. Alright. He said you're a miracle, Riot. This was,
I am.
So, for everyone out of the loop, we have gone back to the part where they visited the grocery store. When they went to check out like the concrete where they drew stuff on it back then when they were 13. And now they have to head back home. It was all that came of it. Derek pushed off the ground and got back on his feet. He brushed some dirt off and took his phone out. He got a picture of himself giving a thumbs up in front of the concrete slab. The solemn air around him vanished. I gotta text this to Cove. Oh, alright. Riot, take a pic. I chose this one. Mori bot is broken. Day. No. Is it? Testing. Oh no, the bot is broken. But yeah, first one, alright. I wanna be in the picture too. Oh sure. You held your hand out in the air above the markings, and Derek went with another thumbs up. He snapped the picture. Now it's perfect. Yeah. You caught Derek's gaze wandering off. He hummed thoughtfully, and you followed his eye line to the local store across the street. I just remembered I'm still low on groceries. We could journey over there. Oh wait, I think my game audio is still off. There. Game audio on. Back on. We could, but I'm worried things could go bad on the drive back to the apartment. Plus, it's been a super long day already. How about we pick something up for dinner and save the shopping for tomorrow? My treat. How could I say no to that? Free dinner! I vote for takeout. Awesome, think about what you're in the mood for and let's get going. Together, you eagerly went back the way you came. This time you got in the car and drove out of Sunset Bird once more. Derek ordered from your preferred drive-thru and temporarily parked in the shade out to pass out the goods. He handed you your drink in a folded paper bag with your food. You dug in immediately. Derek's ride was nice and still had a new car smell, but he had no problem with people eating in it. He shared his philosophy of the inevitability that lived-in stuff is going to get dirty. He wasn't going to get mad about normal wear and tear. With a big family of busy boys, an inability to keep things pristine certainly must have been an unavoidable fact of life for Derek. You and him enjoyed the meal, and it was long finished when he pulled into his apartment's designated parking spot. With the sunset dimmed down to inky blackness, it was hard to see. Derek switched to an interior car light as you gathered up the trash in the bags that dinner had come in. He led the way to his place, key in hand, and unlocked his door. Derek held it open for you instead of going through. You could have told someone he'd do that before it ever happened. That was second nature to Derek. He took a few steps in and flicked on the front light switch. Derek came in and second and closed the door behind him.
Phew.
Phew! He walked further into his living room and flopped down on his couch. That was a successful day. A long, successful day. I feel like you've already been here a week and you got here this morning. Dang, dang, time flies. Alright, Riot, choice. I don't remember what I picked for this. I still can't believe he turned out to be quite a himbo though. A himbo is a dumb guy, a dumb nice guy. Derek is pretty smart, pretty responsible. So I don't know if he qualifies as a himbo. Second one, I'm glad to be back. Alright, I need to hydrate for a bit. Smart jock, maybe? Yeah, more close to that. Today had cemented what you had come on this trip. Today had cemented why you had come on this trip. You needed this. What a coincidence. I'm glad you're back too. Derek leaned his head back as he thought. Tomorrow's gonna be busy too. He raised his hand and counted each of the planned activities with a finger. Groceries, taking the bros out, and then Father's Day. What's your choice, Riot? It'll be great. I'm already tired again just hearing it. I also want to go get something gift-wise for Father's Day. I want to get something card-wise for Father's Day. You gave him a thumbs up. Do we give our celebrated fathers a gift? Or a card? Let's get them some gifts. Alright. Something gift-wise. So add that to the list. Alright. Who? Hello, Riot?
Hello.
Oh, he's here.
Someone activated the voice DLC.
Dang. Well,
So you
30
got-
cents
you
in.
got the direct DLC and the voice DLC.
Yippee! We now have Riot DLC. Alright, who are you going to buy a gift for?
Our dad, of course.
We don't have a dad. We
Mr.
have
Holden,
Mr. Suarez and Mr. Holden.
Mr. Holden.
Just Mr. Holden? There's a choice for both.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's get him. Let's get both.
Alright.
I'm impressed.
You're so nice. We can find something when we're out shopping, I bet. Thanks, that'll work out. Derek blinked sleepily, sinking into the couch. He looked cozy. He shook himself and suddenly clapped his hands together. But hey, you probably want to shower and settle in for real before it gets even later. He grabbed the back of the couch and hauled himself to his
No
feet.
worries.
We can always work on the schedule when we're not sweaty and exhausted. But that's the best time to plan things.
Oh no. Oh no.
Derek exclaimed sharply at your joke and you smiled. Yeah, I'll go gladly take your hot water. Bye, Derek. Derek waved you off as you returned to the guest room. You got out your stuff, put your toiletries in the bathroom, and showered. You tried to be quick and were soon in your pajamas, winding down for the night. Once again, you were back in your room. You plugged in your phone charger and unpacked tomorrow's clothes. A knock rattled your door. Can I come in? Yeah,
Thanks.
thanks. Derek accepted your invitation and shut the door behind him after he walked in. Sup, handsome man? Why is he talking like that? Why do you say that? Sup yourself. You went over to Derek, you sat down on the bed for the conversation. You sat on the bed and patted the spot next to you. Do you invite him to sit on the bed?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Don't be so creepy about it, man. You-
This is why I was muted. Walk to the top.
You shut your suitcase and climbed on the edge of the bed. You scooted to the corner, leaving room for a Derek-sized person to sit down. Derek stood in the corner of the room, not getting the hint until you gestured the empty space behind you.
Oh.
Beside you. Oh! He strode forward and hopped onto the mattress. The bed bounced beneath you. He grinned boyishly at you. Everything good in here? Alright, choice.
I triple checked everything.
I triple check. I chose that one as well. I've triple checked everything. Whoa, triple checked. That's how you do it. Once I double checked when I was packing, and I found out when I got there that I forgot my phone charger.
As someone who gets paranoid because I've lost stuff before, it's better to triple check.
Derek stretched his arms above his head and yawned. Despite his sleepiness, he remained upbeat. Rather than seeming done with the conversation, he appeared to be mulling something over, probably what to say next. He wasn't being responsible in going to bed early. You didn't mind. This was your first day having gotten together and there was no need to rush its end. A spark came to his eyes, inspiration striking him. He instinctively leaned closer to you, bringing your faces almost nose to nose. Victor! While you're here, we should go to a water park. There's one a ways away, but it'd be so worth it. He eagerly continued to lay out his thought process.
Oh, man.
We haven't done something like that since that boardwalk. Man, that was ages ago, and our families were there. If we tried it, we could keep it just you and me. Obviously, there's not a chance tomorrow, so how about the day after that? We could get there first thing, spend the afternoon together, and get going before it gets late. He paused and took a hopeful breath, all of his attention focused on your reaction. So, what do you think? Oh, we're going to a water park. Are you down?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You get to see Derek being.
I'd love to go. That's perfect. I'd be willing to give it a try. Well, alright. You gave a thumbs up.
Second one.
That's perfect. A water park was such a good summer kind of thing to do. You look forward to Derek finally taking you.
Alright.
Alright. Wait a second. His eyes went wide as something dawned on him. Would that be a date? Am I asking you on a date?
Of course it is, you dumb fuck.
That's how it sounded to me, a water park date. The realization hit him hard. Derek's teeth were clenched, and he leaned back as he tried to process. Oh, hold on. He held his hands in the air in front of you, frantically, and gestured for you to stay. I gotta do something, but I'll be right back. Please, well, you know. He launched himself off the bed and across the floor. He fled the room before you could blink. You stayed put, not sure what else to do. Derek should be okay. Hopefully. You were intrigued and wondered what he was doing. Your imagination ran wild with possibilities. Was he getting something? Did he need to talk to someone? This had to have been related to accidentally asking you on a date, right? You waited in silence, occasionally tapping your foot. It had been about a minute until your phone rang. You couldn't help but chuckle at the absurd timing of the interruption. You glanced at your phone on the side table and then craned your neck to see if Derek was anywhere to be found. Derek wasn't in the hall. You went over to your phone and picked it up. You didn't plan on answering but did want to see who in the world needed to ring right at that moment. The name lit up by your caller ID was Derek. What? You paused, doing nothing but staring at the jingling device in your palm. Then you slid your finger over the screen to answer. Wow, what a coincidence that you called! I was just thinking of you. Derek's on the other line.
What's he doing? He's in the other room? What the heck?
Derek chuckled. You could hear the nerves in his voice even through the slight distortion from the phone.
Hello.
Hello, this is Derek Suarez. You were on my mind too, and I want to see you. And so I'm calling you to ask if you'd agree to go on a date on Monday.
Yeah.
You instantly laughed, loudly but affectionately. Why did you have to call to ask me that? People arrange dates in person all the time. Derek hesitated before responding. He replied soft and shy. Well, if you want the truth, since I was finally asking you out for real, I felt like I owed it to my younger self to do it over the phone. That only gave you more questions. You waited for him to continue, his voice quieted to almost a whisper. There were... over the years I thought about you a lot. You've never been forgettable. Chat, is this real?
I missed you.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let me replay the voice line again.
I missed you.
Yippee! Yippee! I'm waiting for Riot's reaction here. I think he's breaking down, but I am not sure because I cannot see him. No matter how busy I was, I'd still remember how great it was hanging out. I missed you. And then I'd hype myself up, tell myself to pick up the stupid phone and ask you out. It wouldn't be the end of the world if you didn't want to, and hey, maybe it will work out. I'd march over to the phone, put it to my ear, and my fingers on the buttons, and then nothing. I'd put it back down with a sigh and think about how I didn't really have the time, and you were probably busy and you wouldn't want to date me anyway. This time I did. I did it. I really called you and I said what I wanted to say. Dang. Riot! We need your choice! Riot! Riot!
Hello? Hello?
Oh
Hello?
man, you were gone? Damn, you didn't hear the voice line.
What? What?
You didn't hear the voice line. Hold on, let me.
I wanna
I
hear
missed-
it. I wanna hear it.
All right, here it is.
Okay, let me turn on the.
3, 2, 1.
I missed you.
He's laugh crying. Chat, he's laugh crying. So he explained that he would always try to like pick up the phone and ask you out, but he'd always be so close to calling you, but then he'd chicken out. Chat, he's losing it.
No, I already lost it, Mori.
And then he explained that he would make up excuses that you didn't really have the time. Derek didn't really have the time to date you, and you were probably busy, and you wouldn't want to date him anyway. That stuff.
Chat, he's losing it? Nah, I already lost it.
This time, he really did call you and said what he wanted to say. Time for your choice, Riot. What will Victor Orange Slice say in this scenario?
Shit, this is Let's go for the third one.
If I'm being honest, sometimes I thought you didn't like me. Oh man. Oh, the insecurity. Oh no. He had so many other things to do you had felt forgotten. Maybe he didn't want to be friends. Maybe he was merely a casual acquaintance all along. All these years when you would have been utterly ecstatic for him to reach out. To find out that it was because he didn't have faith that you'd appreciate his attention was heartbreaking. Derek sighed a pained noise. I'm sorry, it was my problem. None of it was because of you. No one spoke and the awkwardness began to press on you. But Derek brightened his voice, unwilling to let it linger any longer. Well, it's late. I shouldn't keep you up. I'll see you tomorrow bright and early. We should plan to leave the apartment by around 8 for shopping. Everything's close enough that we can walk if that's alright. Walking! Walking! Okay.
Wow, I walked.
Great. Good night, Victor. Alright, choice of good night. Good night, Derek. Don't let the bedbugs bite. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You hummed affirmatively.
That second one.
Good night, Derek. You heard a beep and the call ended. You put your phone back on the table on your empty room. After all that, you earned your exhaustion. You were at your limit. Too sleepy to do anything else, you flicked the light switch and went straight to bed. You woke up the next morning in an unfamiliar but awfully comfortable bed. The sheets smelled of an unknown laundry detergent. You slowly absorbed your surroundings. This was Derek's place, wasn't it? And you were on a schedule. You groaned and rolled over to check the clock on the side table. Oh, when do we wake up, chat? Hours before you had to leave, you had woken up with plenty of time. You had slept in. You needed to hurry.
We woke up on time.
You woke up with plenty of time. You slipped out of bed and casually got yourself ready. Soon, you wandered into the living room, your mind drifting back to what Derek said last night. It was a heavy admission from him, his lack of confidence to reach out to you. You didn't want to dwell on it. It was a big day for the entire Suarez family and you didn't want to rain on their parade just because you were aware that it used to flood in the past. Derek would bring it up if he wanted to talk more about it, but until then you would let it lie. The man on your mind was nowhere to be seen when you left the hall, but you did notice a note sitting on the kitchen counter. You checked the message. Derek wanted to let you know that he'd gone down to the gym in the apartment complex. You read the rest of it aloud to yourself. So that's where I'll be if you don't see me. I'll be back around 7:30 a.m. Thanks, Derek. Thanks, Derek. You smiled at his consideration. He could have just texted you, but had probably worried about disturbing you. Making physical notes was an old habit of his. Aww. You checked your phone, and it was 7 a.m. You had 30 minutes to fill. Alright, what do we do to pass the time?
Wait. TV.
What the hell? What happened? I'm going to mute you just in case. Oh wait, that was an answer. You turned on Derek's TV. I thought you were calling someone out or something.
Wait.
You found Derek's remote and wriggled until you felt comfortable on his couch. You turned on the TV and idly channel surfed before opening one of his streaming services. Oh, he has a Netflix subscription? Dang. He's gotten Netflix.
I mean, we gotta chill somehow.
Okay. Okay. You clicked through your options and found a light show that your 30-minute countdown wouldn't be a problem. Exactly at 7:30 a.m., Derek returned. A gym bag was slung over his shoulder. He appeared to have a strenuous workout by the sheen of sweat on his skin. He's back home from the gym. Everyone has Netflix. Question mark. I am currently what's it called? Scamming my cousin to give me access to his Netflix. That's why we have Netflix.
Gotta hustle.
Morning.
That Netflix hustle.
Morning, Victor. What you up to? Morning, sunshine. Huh? Wow, Victor. Okay. You call them sunshine. Okay. That's illegal, Mori. No.
Yeah.
They willingly gave it to me. They willingly gave me the password. I've been watching something. Cool, I was at the gym. As I correctly deduced from your note.
Awesome.
Perfect, that's what it was for. He started to laugh and you joined in. It was nice to have him back. Derek took a quick shower and you two left the apartment to run your errands before the day could start in earnest. Derek picked the most direct path to the nearby grocery store. Around you, the city bustled as people tried to get to work. Cars lined the streets and people hurried to various buildings. Grocery shopping. It took approximately 10 minutes to reach the automatic doors of the store and step into the air conditioning. Various displays tried to sell you on all the Father's Day deals. There wasn't much about it that set this one apart from the one in your old town. Would you go on a 10-minute walk to do groceries? Like you had to go back carrying your groceries for 10 minutes.
That's why you bring a shopping bag.
But you would still be carrying the shopping bag. Okay. 10-minute walk. I mean, if not a 10-minute walk, then what? I don't know. Get a bike or something. Says the bike owner Mori Motchi, who never actually uses it because I can't reach the ground with my bike.
Is it because you're vertically challenged?
No, don't say that. Sacrifices must be made to have good food on the table. Oh yes, I worked up a sweat. I suffered in the heat of summer just to bring food at the table. You better appreciate it. We're probably gonna need a cart. He pulled one out with smooth movement. One had a squeaky wheel. There, we're ready to go. He leaned over the handle like he was at the start of a kart race, waiting for the chute to go off. So, what protein do you want? That was a good question. At that point in your life, you were... what were you, Riot?
Yeah.
Vegetarian, vegan, pescatarian, pollitarian, a selective eater,
picky.
not picky. Not picky? Alright. That was something Derek was already aware of, but he couldn't make an entire meal plan for you. We can start cooking at home for some of your meals, though a lot of what we'll eat today is probably still from my parents' house or restaurants. I'd say we'll only need 2 or 3 packs of
What do you
things.
think?
I'm thinking chicken, sausage, and eggs, but you can get something else. I want to make sure there's stuff you want to eat. Alright, pick what kind of protein you want to eat. Or you could just follow what Derek suggested, like sausage, eggs, bacon.
Yeah, no
I think.
steak. Shit, I guess with bacon. I guess.
You wanted bacon.
Wait, there's beef. Yeah, beef
And
is
beef.
steak, right? Yeah, beef.
Alright, that was all. And you wanted what Derek had suggested. Alright. That'll work. Great.
All right.
Alright, let's grab some good vegetables to go with that and some rice or whatever. Rice or whatever. No, rice is a staple.
How dare you, whatever rice?
Let's check the discount rack.
I'm impressed.
You're a genius. Oh, and what were you thinking of getting for a gift? I've gotta grab a card for Mr. Holden while we're at it. Huh. You considered your options. It need to be easy to transport. Something that could go bad probably wouldn't be the best choice. Alright, pick your gift for Mr. Suarez.
Alright. A mug.
that was what Bonsai said too. Pick a mug. And now for Mr. Holden. Same selection, which one are you giving him?
A mug.
A mug? Oh, okay.
I'm getting them both mugs.
Damn, number 1 dad. And it's both. Both mugs are number 1 dad.
Yeah.
Cool.
One of the mug is like number 1 and the other one is like number 2.
No, not like that. You began your very purposeful browsing. Derek's speed walk with the cart, he kept things moving, but wasn't rushing you either. It was nearly as leisurely as when you'd first shopped with him. Neither of you were in a rush and appreciated the company. However, as adults, the atmosphere between you was markedly different. Before, you had investigated the store as if every shelf could hold buried treasure. Now, the items took little attention, and you spent more energy absorbing each other's presence. Grocery shopping was more of a chore and less of an experience. However, even chores weren't bad with Derek. You both debated brands, helped spot elusive items, and encouraged each other to get what you wanted. A little treat! If one of you hesitated over something, the other would compel the other to treat themselves. Mutual decisions were praised for the good taste, and strange selections were jokingly critiqued. It was the best visit to the grocery store you had in ages. When you checked the discount rack, there were small packets from the store's bakery, mostly cookies from the day before. It wasn't grand, but it was a more reasonably sized treat for 2 than, say, a whole pie. That's how Derek felt about it. He grabbed one and dropped it in the cart. Knowing him, he planned to share. After getting the goods, you went through the self-checkout to pay for it. Imagine having self-checkout. Derek scanned and you bagged until everything was put away and paid for. The shopping trip was over and now you had to carry it all back on foot. Derek loaded himself with supplies eagerly. Alright, what choice are we picking? Do you normally carry your groceries like this? I didn't think about how we'd have to walk back with this stuff. It's nice seeing him in a good mood. We can't have that where we are, Mori, you know that. Yeah, it would still be nice to experience. Do you normally carry your groceries like this? You can't have self-checkout? Well, self-checkout in my country is more susceptible to theft.
Yeah.
You'd have a lot of shoplifters if you had self-checkout.
Pretty much, like people will like find a way to like Yeah, pretty much. Mm.
Even in like the more affluent areas, I think. Like in the richer people
Yeah,
districts.
even in my area, yeah. We've had some cases like that, yeah.
Alright, I didn't think about how we'd have to walk back with this stuff. Derek was highly amused at your lack of forethought.
Come on.
Walking with extra weight is a bonus. He continued to grab the bags without asking you to help. It soon became obvious that he intended to carry all of them. Are you going to let him carry all of the grocery bags?
I mean, if he insists, those are heavy ass.
Okay. You could snatch a few bags though.
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna do the first.
You hurried and snatched a few bags before he could. You wouldn't let him get away with such a scheme. Let him carry? No, he has to carry us. Look at those big guns. Oh well, thank you. You retraced the path back to the apartment, crossing through the crowded streets with bundles of groceries. Just seeing like a pair of people with like maybe 5 bags of groceries walking through, speed walking. The pace was brisk. The two of you had places to be and people to see. Derek dumped the bags onto the counter, and he turned his head over to face you. We can just put the cold stuff in the fridge and leave the rest. We've gotta go soon. You place what you carried on the end of the counter, you snatch the eggs and open the nearly empty refrigerator. Nearly empty. Where in the fridge? Where do I put the eggs?
Whatever works.
Wherever you'll remember it being.
The egg tray. There's nothing of an egg tray.
I don't know, man. What sage organizational advice. You nodded along with Derek's enthusiasm. Let's do it. And then you guys stored away all the groceries.
And then Mori plush.
And the
Oh,
more be an extra set of weights for the big boy. Man, Bonsai, get in here! Get in here! We need your commentary. I need a second voice in my head. Those arms are made for carrying groceries, my mom. She's right. She's right. It only took a couple minutes to put the groceries away safely. Nice work, Victor. He offered you a triumphant high five. You gave his hand a loud smack. Now nothing's stopping us. We can actually eat some of these groceries we got. Immediately, if not sooner. Given the ticking clock, you had a fast and simple breakfast. While it wasn't fancy, it satisfied your appetite and would fuel you throughout the day. Derek placed the dirty dishes in the sink. He gave them a light rinse and wiped his hands. No washing dishes for now. We're in a hurry.
Right.
We gotta go. The bros are waiting. Right, we're having boys' day out.
Oh yeah.
You jumped in the passenger seat, buckled your seatbelts. In the car, started the ignition. George texted me and said he was already at mom and dad's place. He's gonna leave his car there, and then you, me, him, and Nico will all go in mine. It'll be too much of an extra hassle to make George drive behind us. He grinned cheekily with a knowing glance. But I did already tell him that you had dibs on shotgun. Whoa, you had dibs on shotgun, what do you say? Dating you is already paying off. Please, Bonsai, bless us with your presence. Hey yo! Come on, Bonsai, Nil is asking for you. Bonsai, you're playing Minecraft! Oh, I understand now. He's busy playing Minecraft. I see. What? Are you like nodding off, Riot? Are you there? Are you completely there? Oops, I've been caught. What would you pick?
The fifth one. Shit.
I hope your brothers aren't mad about that. I actually chose You're a Champ for sure. I hope your brothers aren't mad about that.
Nah.
Nicholas won't even notice. He always gets the backseat. Oh, he's a backseat driver. I see.
Oh, dang it.
Backseater. George also isn't going to care. He can give up the front for a little while when you're in town. Well, if you're sure, thanks. Derek was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. His focus stayed on the road. I see your priorities, Bonsai. I respect it. I will be playing Minecraft as well after this stream.
Oh, did you get the mods already, Mori?
Yeah, I just needed to like join the server, but when I was actually going to click join, my Minecraft crashed and I had to optimize it. And then when I tried to join again, the server was down.
Alright.
So yeah.
Well.
The sounds of traffic droned on, making it easy to zone out. You hadn't even noticed that the conversation had completely dropped off until Derek spoke up with a question.
So...
Thoughts on what you were watching before? Was it any good? Oh, you were watching like a show earlier while you were waiting for Derek. It was pretty good. There's worse out there.
There's worse out there.
There's worse out there. Can't win them all. I'm not gonna stream my Minecraft though. My computer can't handle that, Nil. So I'm sorry if you're celebrating the Minecraft, but I can't stream it. Unless you want PowerPoint, but I don't know. How was your gym adventure? It was excellent. I worked up a sweat this morning. That's good. What do you think we'll do today? What's your workout schedule? Do you think Nicholas will be alright? He seemed down yesterday. Are we going to bring that up? He wasn't really approving of the... Or well, he wasn't really reactive.
Yeah, it's gonna come out soon anyway, so...
Do we bring it up right now, though?
Might as well. I think. Right?
You have a choice.
Yeah, let's bring it up.
Do you think Nicholas will be alright? He seemed down yesterday. No, that's fine. Have fun playing Minecraft is what I meant. Alright now. Thank you. This is the perfect opportunity to show for Micromori's PC funds to get them to be able to stream Minecraft. No! Yes, instead of shilling my PC funds, I'm shilling my commissions. My commissions are currently open again. If you want me to draw something for you, I will happily do so if you pay. Shameful plug. No! I can draw you if you give me.
Hustle, man. There's no shame in hustling.
Doubling down is crazy. Mori needs the PC funds. Yes, most of what I earned, if not put into bills, it will be saved for my PC funds. Yes, you will be supporting me. And I will improve my streaming equipment. Yippee! I can finally play Minecraft on stream!
Yeah.
Yippee!
Do y'all not want Mori Craft stream?
Do you not want a less PowerPointy Roblox stream? Alright, back to the game. Derek's positive demeanor flattened in an instant. Oh no, you brought it up.
Oh no.
He shrunk in on himself a little, uncomfortable.
Oh.
You noticed that too? He seemed to not know what to say, silently driving, his brows pulled together. He stared directly ahead. His thoughts clearly consumed him. It took another moment for him to respond. Nicholas will be happy in the long run. He likes me, and he likes you. Us dating won't change that.
Aww.
It's like when I moved out, and when George did too. His first instinct is to resist life moving forward so fast. But he's not gonna hold us back. Aww. Well, yeah, change can be a little difficult.
Yeah, considering he's still young.
Yeah. He's 16. Imagine your favorite big brother finally having like a relationship.
Right?
I think you're right. You understand your little brother really well. Gently, a smile unfurled on Derek's face. I hope so. Derek turned into the same parking lot from the day before. You had arrived at the other Suarez household. My money's either food or gambling, Mori? Strictly? No. Oh, the gacha funds. Oh, man. Enjoy losing the pity, Nil. You both got out of the car and walked up to the front door. It swung open before Derek could knock. Derek took a step back, not expecting it. George grinned from the doorway and welcomed you inside.
Hey!
Hey, bro!
Welcome back.
Welcome back. George fist bumped his brother, each of them excited. Hey, George, what's up? You know, life. Aw, man. He led you further into the condo. Nicholas was lounging on the couch. He twisted around to face you.
You're here.
You're here! His voice was casual, and his face was politely pleasant. He eased off the cushion, getting to his feet.
Aw.
Hey, Sen! Without any particular hurry, he drifted over towards the entryway. Of course, we wouldn't miss it. You noticed Mr. and Mrs. Suarez cleaning up in the kitchen. They must have just finished breakfast themselves. Oh, looks like we have company. Welcome, it's nice to see you two. Derek nodded, and his mom turned around to put a jar of strawberry jam into the refrigerator.
Hello.
Hello, Derek. Good morning. Good morning, Victor. How was the drive? Hi, Dad. The drive was the same as usual, but forget about that. Derek lit up with anticipation and beamed.
Congrats.
Happy Father's Day! Yippee! Happy Father's Day!
Aw.
Yeah! Mrs. Suarez.
Hitting mug number 1 and the...
Mrs. Suarez patted her husband on the back, and he puffed up. Full proud dad mode. Thank you. My mom said Happy Father's Day too. He directed his attention towards you. Thank you again. It's a wonderful day already. Derek observed contentedly before glancing over his brothers. George had pulled out his phone at some point, and Nicholas absent-mindedly fiddled with his hair clips. You two ready to go?
Yeah!
I was born ready. With that zealous claim, Nicholas was suddenly all fired up. George crossed his arms, decidedly not as energetic. I'm not that level of ready, but I can manage leaving now. You need anything, Victor? Nope. Alright then, let's go.
Are you sure?
No one needs to go potty. Mrs. Suarez, please! Mrs. Suarez poked her head into the conversation, her expression too innocent. All three of her sons slumped their shoulders and sighed. Yes, Mom.
Yes, Mom.
Yes, Mom. Yes, Mom. Perfect. Oh, wait. George did like a voice line for Yes, Mom.
Yes, Mom.
You want to hear it?
I wanna hear it.
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
Yes, Mom.
He sounds so defeated.
He sounds so defeated.
Perfect. He clapped her hands together and the boys relaxed, all showing different degrees of amusement.
Good one.
Have fun and we'll see you this evening. Oh, hold on. BRB. Mori bro is back.
Oh.
Hello? Hi, I'm back. I had to put away a couple of things from what Mori Bro and my mom brought back. I'm back. Hello. Are you? Were you like dozing off?
I dozed off because nothing was happening.
Dang. Damn, you weren't entertaining chat, man. Welcome back. Hello, A4. Hello. Mori Bro and mom also brought food. I now have a big ass hot dog in my hands.
Dang. Alright.
Alright. Okay, let me turn off the on-break image. We're back. See you this evening.
Goodbye. Talk to you later.
See you tonight. We'll be there. Let's roll out. Autobots, roll out.
Autobots. Damn.
George and Nicholas beeline for the vehicle. George initially went for the passenger seat before catching himself and opening the back door. Nicholas barreled into the back seat without hesitation. Seating arrangement completed. It struck you that the last time only the four of you were in an outing was when you had been the boys' babysitter. Now George was an actual adult and Nicholas wasn't that far behind him. It was surreal, thinking about how much had changed over the years. Everyone had grown up.
Oh.
He wondered how Nicholas and George felt about hanging out with the big kids as equals. He glanced at the two through the rear view mirror and noticed Nicholas's gaze on you with an expression you couldn't quite place. He's looking at you? Derek cranked up the AC but kept the car in park. He leaned his head back.
What's up?
So Nico, where am I going? He leaned in forward, sticking his head through the gap between the car's front seats. I want to go to Sake. It's a bakery. We're going to Sake! You might not recall, Riot, but Zake is the bakery we went to in the wedding DLC when we played it way back when.
Oh, wait. No. That's where we got, like, the cake?
Yeah, when you had to, like, do cake planning for the wedding.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that is a
forgot what cake
surprise.
we got from there.
I don't know, it was custom made.
Yeah.
Even more of one that I had figured you're not a fan of cakes and cupcakes and all things sugary. I thought you grew out of all that. I thought you... George's tone was more teasing than Derek's, dry with mock skepticism. Nicholas rolled his eyes. I did. Most desserts are totally inedible. This place is different. The owner is cool, and we should support local businesses. They've got vegan and gluten-free options and other stuff too. Now, can we get over there? The later it gets, the more stuff will be sold out. Bring it up on your phone. It should be 20 minutes from here. Alright, I'm going to take a bite of the hot dog that was brought to my person. Chat, this has fresh cucumbers.
Oh.
I don't understand what's happening right now.
Why does the hot dog have more hot dog shaped things in it?
Hot dog, fresh cucumber, some lettuce, and then cheese, and then like a Jollibee Yum Burger mayo type of thing. It's nice, albeit a little too sweet. What type of hot dog is that? I don't know. Custom made.
Can I pet the dog?
Going in for another bite. Hmm. If I am not careful, this is going to be very messy. Let me grab some tissues. You know, reflecting back on like the BRB screen, I should maybe make a more interesting BRB screen for when I need to go on a break in the middle of a stream. I might make like advertisements or something for other streamers and stuff. Like a commercial break. Maybe make it full screen. Yeah. I'll make like a whole OBS scene for it. Like in TV. Tripling down on the ads. No, these are specialized ads, okay? It's not gonna sell you anything.
Or he's on the TV. That's a yeah.
You guys can request what kind of ads we can put in the BRB screens. I'll make like a survey of it on Discord or something. Yeah, write that down, future Mori, if you're rewatching the VOD. Make a BRB screen. Do what you want. Derek chuckled, but chose not to comment on all the defensive explanations. Your wish is my command.
Thanks.
Nicholas smiled sweeter than his dessert preferences. Derek brought out his phone and typed Zake on the Maps program. Nothing obvious turned up. Nicholas snorted, still poking his head towards the front of the car. Try an X, not a Z.
I gotcha.
Gotcha. Derek corrected his spelling and found the location. Estimated 22 minutes away. Now buckle up. Nicholas flung himself backwards and settled in his seat. Derek waited for him to click his seatbelt before shifting the car into reverse. George had already buckled his from the start, and you weren't far behind. He wondered if it was normal for Nicholas to need a reminder. Directions chimed in over the speakers to head east. Derek shook his head. Let me escape the parking lot first, he muttered to the mapping program as it kept giving him unhelpful instructions. Once he reached the road, it finally stopped complaining about Derek's twists and turns. Imagine fighting with a GPS app. George drew one of his legs up.
It is possible.
Have you done that before?
Not me, but we usually go against what the GPS says just to go faster.
Damn. Real GPS is annoying though.
Yeah. Like, go this way. There's no path that way. That's a wall.
My dad has it set where the voice lines don't actually happen. Like you don't hear it telling you any kind of instructions. So that's easier. Just make the GPS shut up, and you can just watch the map on the car screen, which is much more helpful.
Yeah.
Drew one of his legs up and leaned against the car door, getting comfy. If we're gonna go somewhere with a bakery, we could have gone to the grocery store. Think about the convenience.
No.
Come on, bro. We got a car now. You can have higher standards than a grocery store's bakery section. George laughed back at him but doubled down.
No.
I still would have picked a normal supermarket. It's a classic. Derek grinned as he flicked his turn signal on. Most of his attention was on the stoplight in front of him, but he still took the opportunity to banter. Sorry, George. Victor and I went to the grocery store today without you. Already? Yeah.
No.
I was out of basically everything. Shoot, we missed out then. George closed his eyelids tightly and hummed in thought. Remember back when Nicholas insisted on using his allowance on a carton of eggs so he could see if cooking them on a sidewalk worked? Have you done that before, Riot? Cooking eggs on the hot sidewalk?
No, but there was a time where,
No, but...
where an egg was cracked and I was curious and I did.
Damn.
Sorry for another day. It was cracked on the street, and I was a stupid kid, so.
Damn. Did you try it? Man.
Yeah, no, never again.
Yeah, I also remember all the raw egg puddles and eating scrambled eggs for breakfast and dinner. Nicholas shrugged his shoulders high, justified but hiding his embarrassment. Inquiring minds had to know. It was more exciting than getting an apple. George's eyes
what
narrowed.
happens when you eat raw egg off a burning street?
No.
You get sick. You get sick. That's what happens. Shit.
Imagine being as one brain celled as Riot. What
Yeah.
made you think of eating raw eggs from the floor, Riot?
I was a stupid kid.
It was
Damn,
cooked.
I am still
Surely
stupid,
it's
but-
safe now.
Right? Right? Is it? Is it sick?
It is not. Openly judging his
How are
little
you?
brother. Huh? What?
I was reading the chat. They said, "How are you?"
Oh, how are you? I'm sorry I haven't been around. Hello, Dollar! Welcome back. Welcome in. It's fine. I'm glad to have you here. Can't be me. Bonsai, did you eat egg off a sidewalk?
Bonsai, get in here.
Bonsai,
You need
get
a
in
third
here.
voice.
Hey, get in here. Bonsai.
You know you're just playing Minecraft.
Have you been, Dollar? Were you not fed when you were kids? Were you hungry, Riot, when you were a child? I'm okay, thank you. Hanging in there. Alright, good to hear. We are back with more Derek DLC this
Is
stream.
bot good NWO?
Yes, bot is good now. Yippee! You're gonna use bot? Are you still hiding from the visitors? Will you be in danger when you speak out loud? I pray for your stomachs. I remember shoving the pizza box in a microwave in VC. Remember that?
Yeah, still hiding. They just got back.
Dang. Why would you put the pizza box in the oven again? Did it catch on fire? I don't think I was there for that conversation. I wanted to eat an apple and I did. My purchase led to zero regret, unlike your science experiment. Alright, choice! An apple a day keeps the doctor away. I always wanted to try frying an egg on the street. I tried the egg thing too when I was a kid. Cracking eggs on the ground is an even bigger mess than a pie bite. Did you two do the thing where you stuck your hands in the veggie mist? This is
I tried
what
the egg
the
thing too.
this is what I chose. Oh, okay. I tried the egg thing too when I was a kid. Nicholas's seatbelt strained against him leaning forward. You get it. It felt hot enough that summer that it should have worked. It was worth checking. I still think there has to be a way to do it. Man. On a car hood, I think it's possible. Grilling on the car hood underneath the sun. About 20 minutes later, the GPS chimed that the destination was on the right. Derek turned into a packed row of shops. Above them, a bright pink sign with electrified swirled letters proclaimed itself as Sake. It grabbed your attention, standing out amongst the
Fun
more...
fact, it's not hot enough to fry the egg, but it's hot enough to steam it.
Dang. Standing out amongst the more sedate signs around it, Nicholas shimmied in his seat. Imagine steaming an egg on the sidewalk. Carefully parallel parked. This guy knows how to parallel park. Enough cars zoomed past the street that Derek and Nicholas didn't feel safe opening their doors. You and George got out first and waited on the sidewalk for the two to crawl through. Nicholas stifled his laughter as he watched Derek contort himself over the gear shift. The spot had a meter, so Derek paid for 30 minutes worth of parking. We should be in and out, right? You're not planning to have a whole meal there. Definitely not.
All right.
That'll work. You were delighted. Nicholas fussed with his hair and readjusted his romper. Once he had straightened it back out, he nodded at George, who waited by him. Derek marched ahead of the pack, and you were certain that he was going to hold Sake's door open for everyone. You treasured his gallantry. He truly was considerate. You felt warm inside when he took hold of the handle and pushed it forward. You followed but turned to Derek on the way in. Why, thank you, noble Derek.
No worries.
No problem. You continued in and Derek was only a step behind you. Here it is! The bakery! A classy yet cozy atmosphere that was full to bursting with warm and inviting scents, and most everything was some shade of pink or cream. The owner could have made the green leaves. If the owner could have made the green leaves of live plants around the room the delicate baby pink instead, you didn't doubt they would have. The four of you went over and clustered together at the front of the shop. Today's freshly made confections sat in perfectly aligned rows inside the glass display. Each had its own paper doily underneath. There were no customers at the time. The bell had announced your arrival, and someone from the back came out. And it's here! It's Xavier! Their soft-pointed face was expertly applied with makeup that could rival the pristine details of the cakes on offer. With pastel pink hair, the rest was propped in a fancy updo with floral accessories. As glamorous as the employee was, they weren't too good for a homey apron to protect their pretty clothes from the messy behind-the-scenes work. It was frozen and I wanted to defrost it. You gotta use a microwave-safe plate for that, Bonsai. A shiny purple button on the strap had their pronouns printed out in black letters. They, them. They greeted the small crowd with a gentle, amiable tone. Welcome to Sake! Thank you for coming by.
Hi.
My name's Xavier, the head baker, and I own the shop too.
Hey.
Sup, Xavier? His reply was familiar to the point of being flippant. Miko wasn't even looking at them when he said it. He leaned lower and began perusing the daily selections up close. Hello, Nico. Your patronage is always appreciated. With the personal greetings between the two complete, Xavier looked over the rest of your gang with a friendly smile.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you again, too. Derek was flabbergasted. He was loath to embarrass another person by pointing out the little fact that they weren't seeing each other again. The total stall in exchange was avoided thanks to the fact that George didn't have the same reservations. He could speak far more frankly. We've never been here before, only Nico. Though maybe Victor has? I can't speak for him. He raised an eyebrow glancing your way, asking you to let you contribute to your side concerning the bakery. You shook your head. You didn't really visit here. As far as you knew, Sake didn't even exist the last time you were in the city. Not me either. I've never seen this place. That's what I thought. You don't know us. Xavier's grin was undaunted. It might have been a customer service skill, but Nicholas snickering mischievously in the background gave away that something else was likely the reason for their calm reaction to George's directness. You Suarez brothers may not have been all together at my bakery before, but we certainly have met. more than once. Yes, we've met them at the Broadwalk. They were, what's it called? Doing face painting. Viewing them as a stranger to embarrassment over forgetting someone they should have known. And Victor, was it? I think we might be acquainted too. Did you recognize them right away, or were you also skeptical? Right, we need a choice. Man. Riot!
Skeptilac.
Skeptilac. You were skeptical. Maybe it was a joke Nico and them were fooling. Eric and George might have been convinced, but until you knew how you met this person, you weren't going to believe it. The two of the three brothers transparently inspected Xavier up and down, trying to put together how they might have met the mysterious baker who claimed to know them. Skeptilac. The youngest of the set pretended he was still scrutinizing the desserts. Nicholas was highly amused. You could see it in the glass reflection that he was fully engaged in the conversation, even though he was trying to play it off by perusing the selection.
Well...
They couldn't recognize. Sorry, I'm blanking on who you are. How did we meet? They primly straightened their apron.
Don't apologize.
Nicholas with his hair clips and wild locks is very recognizable. He hasn't changed at all. If I only saw one of you as an adult in isolation, I doubt I would have realized who you were either. As adults? At one point jumped out at George so distinctly he spoke it back to Xavier, as if he was Nicholas mimicking Derek. Last time we saw each other, you were at least 2 feet shorter. And they visualized how tall George was. They lifted their hand up high enough so it could sat on top of a fully grown George's head. Utilizing their tiptoes was necessary for the feat. I've always had an artist's soul, but my medium wasn't always decorative pastries. My first job straight out of high school was painting faces at the big boardwalk park.
Whoa!
Whoa! Derek's face went alight with a flash of recognition. He finally recognized her... as though a painted spider might have suddenly appeared out of there. George slapped his hand against his forehead. It had all become so obvious to him. The trio of excitable yet well-behaved brothers who'd come by a few times a year were some of my favorite customers. But Xavier quite literally didn't forget about you either, and they shifted their gaze to the rest of you. And I'm relatively sure one time the boys brought friends with them, and that one of those friends was you. Oh, you finally got it. That day on the boardwalk had been memorable for many reasons, but embarrassingly, the identity of the artist had slipped through the mental cracks. A tiny chuckle bubbled out. This wasn't even the first time a lack of recollection led to an amusing reunion. You weren't as good at recognizing faces as Baxter, clearly. Huh? Though they mentioned him in Derek's epilogue.
Well?
It wasn't the first time a lack of recollection led to an amusing reunion. Baxter! Baxter! He permeates all... He permeates all aspects of life. Even though he tries to run away, he still holds on. A huge childlike grin filled out Derek's face. He looked no different than he did all the years ago when you first met Xavier, massive muscles aside.
I'm impressed.
You're spot on. One time, Victor and his older sister came with us, and we all stopped by your face painting stall. Can't believe we met again, and like this, in a bakery of all things. It's awesome. Derek resolved to restart the interaction on the right foot, and he finally gave a greeting of his own to Xavier. Hey again, Xavier the artist.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Good to see you again too. What do we reply? And I will take a bite of my hot dog.
Small world.
Small world, Xavier. Xavier was just tickled by the reception. The visit was gonna be worth it for them. Even if you walked away without purchasing a single slice of cake. Man. Nicholas finally rejoined the conversation instead of existing as an entertained audience member. I told you the owner was cool. Oh, thank you for talking me up, Nicholas. Now that we're all reacquainted, is there anything I can do for you? He stayed chill. Nico slipped his hands into his pockets, staying totally chill. Ah, he's just a chill guy. He's a chill guy. I'll probably get just a couple things to go. I want, get me an eclair and a cup of water too.
Will do.
Anything else? Oh, there was a voice line.
Will do. Anything else?
They surveyed the other 3 people in the room to ask the question and wait for a response. George approached his only little brother in the front display, shooting him a wry smile upon his arrival. But then he seriously considered what was available. I'll have a blueberry muffin, the one in the middle and on the left, my left. It looks like that has the most berries. Alright, Xavier packed up the selected pastries. Derek, however, stayed back. His focus went to you rather than the baker or their wares.
You ready?
What are you thinking? I'm gonna pass. Oh, you're not gonna get yourself a little treat? Are you gonna get something? Riot. I am having a little treat of my own.
Try something new.
Okay.
No.
Nah, but thanks. I'll claim a bite of Nico's or George's. That's enough for me. Maybe I could try yours if you want any. Are you getting something? Alright, let's get some cake. Or I'll get a better look at them. There, I made the decision for you.
CSKR.
Getting cake? Okay.
Cake.
Alright, time to pick. You notice there were tiny hydrant signs in front of the options. They declared what flavor each quaint confection was in pretty looping letters. The variety was somewhat limited, but those likely weren't the only things the bakery ever had available. They were simply what was made for that day. You wanted what?
Damn, no orange cake. Strawberry cake it is.
Alright. You heard Derek come up behind you. Didn't have to look to guess that he was trying to figure out what had caught your eye. He eagerly pointed out the prize dessert.
Nice.
Looks good. Xavier, I'd like to get a strawberry cake. Absolutely. That's everything? Two packed and prepped boxes were sitting side by side as Xavier reached behind for their third. Should be. Everyone gave a thumbs up that they were all taken care of. The answer caused faint confusion from Xavier.
So?
You're not getting what Derek is getting, Nico? Oh, that kind of teasing from someone other than another Suarez caught you entirely by surprise, but Nicholas was able to quip back with ease. Hello, Sen, welcome back. Maybe I would've, but Derek isn't getting anything. You'd lose out on a sale if I copied that. Good point, you don't need to do that. Hey, why don't you be the one to pick out something for him instead? Extra sale!
Sorry.
No thanks, that's not how it works. It was worth a shot. The two chuckled good-naturedly. Let me ring you up. Those were the magic words to draw Derek fully over to the front. He came to the spot right across from the register. It didn't go unnoticed.
Derek?
Oh, the voice line. It was a very firm Derek. Derek? You're the only one who didn't get anything. You shouldn't pay. Nico snapped his head around with a look of true offense at what had gone on behind his back. He folded his arms disapprovingly, catching Derek with his hand on the metaphorical cookie jar. Or rather, putting his own cookies in someone else's jar.
What?
What? Derek made a look of faux surprise that gave Xavier's response to Nicholas's non-mimic decision-making a run for its money with his scoff of played-up disbelief. You can't take away my oldest child privileges of treating my little brothers, and Victor's my boyfriend, so why wouldn't I pick up the tab for him? The middle and youngest Suarez's shared concerned glances with one another, their brows knit and their frowns salty. The brotherly non-verbal communication, gradually softened their expressions. Their eyes carried the message they needed, and soon they were shrugging in acceptance. Derek gave a winning grin and pulled out his awaiting wallet. He was forever their big brother, after all. Alright, choice time! Will you let him treat you? Or will you pay for your slice?
Thank you, Derek.
Okay.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. The treats were paid for, and Xavier carefully passed over the crisp, bright boxes to their rightful owners. The Zake logo was printed in, of course, big ink across the top flaps.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for your lovely patronage. Have a wonderful day. We gave a wave and turned to leave with them. Thank you too, bye. And we left. They got back into the car. No one even put their seatbelts on before George asked a very reasonable question.
Now what?
Now what are we going to do? What now, Nico? I stared at the decision maker and went to his old default. He glanced back and forth between you and Derek with one fuzzy brow arched. What did people do when you were teens? Oh, back in my day?
Oh, man.
Why make us sound ancient? We're 23. How do you react to that, Victor Orange Slice?
We ain't old.
We ain't old. We are old. Nicholas is a little baby. Nicholas rolled his eyes.
Not a baby.
Oh, there's a voice line. There's a voice line for this. Dang. Hold on. You want to hear it? Okay, we're gonna repeat it again in 3,
I wanna hear it.
3, 2, 1.
I'm not a baby.
Dang. Alright, Nicholas. Okay. I'm not a baby, but he pressed again. I mean it. What was the place to be when you weren't babysitting me and George? Derek tapped a finger against the steering wheel. I remember.
He's so BBG.
He's so BBG. Dang. Okay. I remember the mall being super cool when I was still in school, but that's starting to die out, huh?
What?
The mall? Really? Sparkles began to twinkle in Nicholas's eye like a twilight sky. George shrugged a single shoulder, buckling himself in for the ride. I've only ever gone there with Mom to get some new clothes. I don't remember it being better than any other store. But if that's what Nico wants to do, I don't mind.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Let's get to it.
The mall it is. You put your seatbelts on, and Derek pulled out of the parking lot. The drive was spent with Derek trying and failing to remember all the stores that used to be in the county mall. He listed several off, but he had no idea how many were still open in the year of 2021, or if they were even real store names, or he was mixing the words up. His little brothers reveled in the laugh-inducing, floundering explanation of the magical mall of his youth. They took bets on how many of the shops they'd actually see when they got there. George guessed only about 3 of them would be there, if they ever existed. Nicholas declared every single one would be there, even the ones that definitely sounded made up. Derek, reasonable as always, went down the middle with his own recollection and guessed that you'd be able to find half of them there. What do you wager? Victor Orange Slice. None of them be open. Do you agree with George, Nicholas, or Derek?
I agree with Derek.
Half of them remain. Derek assured you that you made a wise decision. You felt good about your odds. It's half and half. I mean, yeah. When you rolled into the county mall's expansive parking lot, Derek was able to get a parking spot without any trouble. There were rows and rows of cracked and oil-stained slots with only a single car or two there already. Just as Derek thought, the location had lost most of its popularity as the years went on. 4 p.m. reminder. Oh man! Alright, we're at the mall. We're finally caught up to where we last left off. Man! It's been 2 hours! We still have an hour to go, so let's go. You'd never stepped foot there before, and the massive scale paired with the total lack of people filling it made you feel as if you weren't supposed to be in that place. Well, here we are. Take it in.
Wow.
Wow. You wandered up and down the wide, mostly empty halls, pointing out stores Derek had named and almost named along the way. It was a game of I Spy. Being in a almost dead mall is actually a really surreal experience. I've been to like almost dead malls before as well. The younger brothers were quite entertained just by that. They led the pack to get the first look of whatever was ahead. Derek and you lingered behind and gave appropriate reactions whenever one of the boys shouted out a store name that matched Derek's recollection, or one that he had failed to note. The two laughed and waved back at you while you cheered and booed up at them. When you neared the end of the aisle, there was a break in the store names that could be announced. Derek used that moment to whisper a joking remark. Feels like we're babysitting them again, huh? Aww. Feels like we're babysitting again, huh? Aw man, aww. Yep, our precious big babies. Huh? Okay. Okay, Victor. Okay. He winked and picked up the pace. Nico and George had drifted further away from his watchful eyes, and a responsible babysitter couldn't let that happen. Your group arrived at the crossroads of the mall,
Damn okay.
where three separate halls of stores converged in the middle. We thought the boisterousness of Nicholas and George to fill the space, the sounds of footsteps echoed so much louder. Derek's expression twisted and drooped, bittersweetly looking at the space. Being here now, it's not the same. Then his focus came onto his brothers, and his face snapped back to his usual optimism.
So...
Do you guys actually want to go into any of those stores? His little brothers, whoa, both turned around to stare wide-eyed at their elder. Nicholas and George were genuinely taken by surprise at the idea of behaving as regular customers. They were visiting as sightseers of an archaeological site from times long gone. Man, you don't have to describe it that way. The dying mall. Nico blinked rapidly to hydrate his eyeballs after keeping them open.
Right back, Mum has a delivery on the way.
Alright, your mom is delivering? For so long, then his expression slipped into an easy grin and he put his hands on his hips. Grab, alright. Yeah, I'll try it. He scanned the rows and rows of stores with new, refreshed eyes. A target was quickly acquired. Nicholas pointed an outstretched hand at the black-walled skater shop. Woo! I want to look at that one. George had come to face an entirely different direction. He mulled over the suggestion slightly and was gazing with consideration at a bookstore with huge glass windows that showed off not only the books on sale, but other wares like board games and figurines. Oh! Miko figure collector being excited that there's a store that sells figures. Maybe, potentially, we could find a Miko figure in the year of our Lord 2021 at a dying mall. The hobby store with books and board games. Maybe there will be a Miku figure in the store. If I had to pick, I would pick that. The unspoken difference of opinion didn't escape Derek's attention. He spoke with full authority, truly dusting off those old babysitter instincts. Hey, this doesn't mean I want you guys going off on your own. You're not little kids, but we're here to be together. And there's time to see more than one place. We'll take turns. Ah yes, true babysitter fashion. Okay. Automatically and obediently, George and Nicholas replied in unison. They were good kids. Is there someplace you or Victor want to go? Derek didn't hesitate. He jerked a thumb over his shoulder at the video game shop.
Oh yeah.
That's what I want to check out. Yippee! Victor? All three Suarez brothers watched you questioningly, each wondering the same thing. It was hard to say without knowing for sure what the options even were. But luckily, the center section had a handy 8-foot-tall map that was emblazoned with easy-to-follow categories and lists of store names. It was a veritable cheat sheet for their little game, and you were glad the two younger boys found stores they wanted without needing to peek at it. There was nothing wrong with you having some extra insight though, and you read over everything laid out. A significant amount of the stores sold food. You'd just left a bakery and should be eating with the rest of the family pretty soon, so you decided against all those. Beyond that, there were tons of chain stores with very standard types of products. Alright, we have to wait for Riot to return! While we wait on that, I will clean up what I have eaten on. The hot dog was good. I like it very much, but also it's a little too sweet. I don't think I would ask for seconds on this. This is like maybe once a month thing. This is a hot dog you would eat like once a month or maybe once a year. The mayo was super sweet. I don't really like the extra sweet mayo of it. But yeah, okay. I'll be throwing this out. Be right back. Hello? Hello? I'm back. Let's go over the options while we wait for Riot. Would you mind the makeup store? How about the art supply shop? What about this perfume and candle store? I want to visit a clothing store while we're here. There's an accessory store I'd like to visit. Let's go to the camping and outdoor supply shop. Those three are good with me. You shook your head, not finding any store worth mentioning. If we went to another store, there's like more... we might be in a hurry or something. But I don't know. Riot, where are you? Riot! Riot, are you there? While we're waiting, how is everyone? How is life? It is Friday. I have been hard at work being a part of the project thing that I mentioned last stream. They said it was ahead of schedule now. So I'm like taking my time, trying not to burn out. I was in charge of character design, I think. But also some other stuff. But yeah, I'm mainly the character designer for the NPCs in the game. Oh, right. Have you guys seen the new what's it called? Project Sekai and Ensemble Stars collab? They're releasing like special idol cards of the Project Sekai characters. And they released that Tsukasa idol card. And oh my gosh. Oh, I only have 10,000 crystals to spend for the gacha, and surely he will come home. This is a limited gacha too, so perma banner. This won't be in the perma banner. Okay, I have waited long enough. I've just been scrolling Twitter while we waited. But, Alright, back to the game. We need to progress through this because 2 hours went by just trying to catch up, Riot. So, let's just go to a... What was our thing? Let's just visit a clothing store. I can get behind that. Derek nodded his head formally, but paired it with a cheery grin.
Come on.
We've got a plan. The group checked out the game store. Everyone went to the bookstore. You headed to the skater shop. Together, you stopped in the clothing store. Well, Nicholas was the like designated choice place decider anyway, so he gets first dibs. Her group crowded into Nicholas's choice of store. Aggressive rock music played with the graphic tee-covered walls. Oh, this is I think this is Hot Topic. This might be Hot Topic. It was small and cramped, making it impossible for 4 people to navigate between the displays together. Derek and George were filtered through the narrow spaces on one side of the shop, and you and Nicholas were on the other. The claustrophobic atmosphere didn't faze Nico. He lackadaisically surveyed the scene, stopping only when he came across a shelf of slip-on shoes. Nicholas lifted a checkered shoe off the rack and weighed it in his hands. But the intrigued rise of his brows, you got the impression you'd be in that spot for a while. Oh, he's picking out shoes. Oh, we're making conversation. How did school go last year? Do you have a favorite class you were taking before summer? Have you gotten into skateboarding? I was just wondering, how are you doing lately? Stay quiet, no one takes you to interrupt. Well, this is a skater shop. Do we make conversation? Chat, if you're there. Chat, since Ryan isn't here. Do we ask him the skater question? We gotten into skateboarding? He snickered at the clearly out-of-touch grown-up he was talking to. No! No way, I don't live that life, but I appreciate the aesthetic. No, I'm embarrassed now, no! Understandable. He laughingly hiccuped at the small response. It sounded like Nico. His usual energy faded from him. Maybe we could go back? Wrong choice. Riot, you should make the choices, so I won't be embarrassed about it. How about the results? This feels too awkward. How are you doing lately? This feels like a distant uncle's question. How did school go last year? You have a favorite class when you were taking before summer. That feels a little too personal. Let's just stay quiet. Let's just watch him pick. Maybe observe something. He tilted his head back and forth, his long strands of hair swaying gently across his face. I'd look good in this, right? Definitely. Yeah, too bad it's $80. That's not gonna be happening. Oh, good point. Nico's usual energy faded from him, and the shoe became a lead weight in his hands. It hung low on his side as he stared blankly at the wall. With a sigh, he mustered enough motivation to limply place the shoe back on the rack. Is everything alright? Listlessness chilled into defensiveness at your concern. Defensive. Nicholas crossed his bare arms tightly against his chest. He wouldn't look at you. That was enough of a hint to realize this wasn't about the shoes. The elephant that could in no way fit in that room was rearing its ugly trunk. Come on, we've got to talk about this sometime. You're not happy that Derek started dating me, right? Oh! Why would you confront him about that? Without Derek? From what you could see of his half-turned face, his expression would be hard to read even if he wasn't hiding it. The expression was conflicted. Not quite anger, not quite sadness. Not quite fear, and under all of it was a layer of guilt. You gave him space, knowing you'd already prodded enough. When he spoke, it was slow, unsure. He was processing what he was thinking as he was vocalizing it. I didn't want you to break my brother's heart since he obviously likes you. And I don't wish that Derek never met anybody who he liked. And I like you too. I thought we were friends, and you were friends with him. No, hold on. Let me reread that. I didn't want you to break my brother's heart since he obviously likes you. And I don't wish that Derek never met anybody who he liked. And I like you too. I thought we were friends, like you were friends with him. Nicholas worked himself up more and more at confronting this part of his feelings. But his turmoil quickly fizzled out.
I don't know.
I don't know. Now that you're really together, you're probably gonna stay together. And I don't know. It drooped like a match that had a bucket of water dumped over it. I never had a real girlfriend, and Derek could be going off to make his own family with who knows how soon. It's entirely reasonable, Nicholas. Change is so hard. Growing up is scary. It is for me too. I understand. It's sad to think someone is moving on without you. Derek will always love you, Nico. I want to be a part of your group, not take Derek from it. Think of you as a friend too. how do we... Well, I'm not really good at these conversations, you know. Change is hard. I mean, there's no, like, wrong answer, I guess. But at least I don't want to make it, like, make a result that... I don't know. Why am I so I'll just pick whatever. Growing up is scary. It is for me too. This time your words softened his demeanor, instead of sharpening it. It wasn't all better, but it was still... it wasn't all better. It still was a concern. But you could see hope and trust in his gaze. Even though it wasn't today, you felt confident that someday he would be truly happy about the shift in relationship dynamics that had occurred. Nicholas gestured with his hand for you to come as he turned away more. He walked back to the center of the tiny space. From there, it was easy for his older brothers to spot him. Aww. Nicholas. Derek and George waded through the merchandise, pressing in from all sides, almost knocking a few things over on the way. they're pretty large people. It was a rough place to be for a couple of large adult men. This is mainly for the teenagers, the store for the teenagers. But they didn't have to worry about that for long. I'm done with this, he announced with a shrug. Nico hadn't got anything, he only wanted to satisfy his curiosity. We can go someplace else now. I guess we got that talk. Let's go to the bookstore next. The four of you filed into the large bookstore and began to drift around. It was one of the most spacious shops in the mall. George went down the very first aisle of books and you walked with him. He was focused enough that he had to be searching for something, but there was no way to tell what was on his mind. What are you in the mood for? How have you been doing? Things going well in school? What's your major? I don't think you've mentioned it. Have you started seeing anyone since starting college? Oh, what are these questions, man? Let's just browse alongside him. The comfortable silence was ended for a brief minute thanks to a question from George. How's Liz doing? Oh, she's great. The two of you kept perusing like nothing happened, but his smile had grown just a bit more. The books didn't hold Nico's or Derek's attention as long as George's. While he remained in one section and considered each title on a shelf, his brothers skipped along from row to row after giving only cursory glances to the specifics. With a bit of distance between himself and his family, George took the opportunity to have a more private conversation with you personally. Oh? His quiet voice being walled by books made you feel as if you were in a library rather than a mall. Yes, a secret amongst the books. They will keep that secret.
I'm glad.
I'm glad you chose to date Derek. Oh. Why that choice of sentence is huh? That floored you. It wasn't that you found it unbelievable, but you'd hoped only for support in you and Derek's decision, not active encouragement for it. And the fact that he didn't only think it but was willing to admit it directly to you, you were going to need a minute. He peeked at you out of the corner of his eyes. He knew exactly the kind of emotional bomb he'd set off. I think a lot of kids imagine their favorite babysitter never going away, even when they grow up. But for me, it's not merely a concept, it's real. Aw, man. We're his favorite babysitter? Dang! I'm the one who's lucky to get to stay a part of the group. You're such a sweet young man. George, secretly, you were always my favorite kid to babysit. You didn't know what to say. You smiled affectionately. I would go with this. Yeah, let's go with this. Secretly, you were always my favorite kid to babysit. He was so well behaved. He helped clean up all of that stuff. He simply returned to shopping, as happy as could be. You felt much lighter yourself. George ended up finding a newly released...
Mum forced me to mingle with those things too.
Why do you have to call them that? Damn, okay. Welcome back, Riot. I progressed a little bit of the story while you were gone. We were, to catch you up, we were going through the mall's stores now. And we chose to, for our choice, we went to visit a clothes store. For now, we are going through the brothers' choice of stores. We went first to, Nicholas's choice of store, the skater shop, and had a talk with him.
H&M Yip.
H&M Yippee. Okay, so in our talk with Nicholas, he mentioned that the reason he hasn't been really reactive of the relationship with Derek was because he was scared of change and growing up, I guess, and that he realized that Derek will be starting a family anytime soon now. And I don't know. Let's go back to the log. Like, where is
so Derek kinda called it.
Yeah. Alright. There we go. Here. I didn't want you to break my brother's heart. So that's like his main concern. Derek never... And I don't wish that Derek never met anybody who he liked. And I like you too. I thought we were friends. Like you were friends with him. But I don't know. Now that you're really together, you're probably gonna stay together. I don't know. I've never really had a real girlfriend, and Derek could be going off to make his own family in who knows how soon. So I answered, growing up is scary. It is for me too. He was comforted by that, and then we went on to visit George's choice of store. We went to a bookstore for George's pick. And he literally said, I'm glad you chose to date Derek. George literally told us, I'm glad you chose to date Derek. I think a lot of kids imagine their favorite babysitter never going away, even when they grow up.
Yeah, I would have answered that too. Growing up, I mean.
Yeah, but for me, it's not merely a concept, it's real. George, secretly, you were always my favorite kid to babysit. This is what we chose. Apparently, we were George's favorite babysitter. So that's fun. And now we're back to the present. George ended up finding a newly released thriller that sounded interesting.
Oh.
He purchased it and then went to find his siblings. Nicholas and Derek had holed up in the graphic novel and manga aisle. Oh man. They looked up as you and George approached. They grinned after seeing the bag under George's arm. I'm finished. Thanks for coming with me. What now? Time to visit the game store. Derek wanted to go there. Derek confidently strode into the local game shop with his younger brothers flanking his sides. The set of three glanced around eagerly, then split off in different directions around the single room.
Yay.
Data Blitz! He followed Derek towards the front right wall while George and Nicholas went to the back corners. He bounced up and down on the pads of feet like a kid in a candy store. We should totally get something. Sure, what console do you have? None. Not right now, at least. A conspiratorial gleam shone in his shifting green eyes. While watching his back, Derek inclined his face closer to you, put a hand on the side of his face, and shared his real plan with you. I'm gonna convince Nico to let us borrow his Switch. I know he got one last year just for him, but what I don't know is all the games he owns.
Awesome.
That's no longer a problem now. We can pick out whatever we want here. Something that we could play together. Oh, we'll need an extra controller too. He chattered along with poorly restrained excitement, smiling sweetly at you as he did. Derek could have gotten a digital download of a game instead, but there was no need to spoil the fun of picking it out in a real
You're
store.
an adult, get our own Switch.
Dang. Alright, let's choose. Which game are we playing? Which game are we getting? Racing game, the newest Mario Kart? The newest Mario Party? Smash Brothers? A sports game? Mario and Sonic at the Olympics? A shooter game? COD? A multiplayer sim game? A platformer? A puzzle game? Or any game you want? I don't mind it. Which one?
That multiplayer one.
Alright, multiplayer sim game. There might be. Overcooked. Overcooked. The two of you worked as a team to scour through the library of Switch games for the right genre of multiplayer capability. A few contenders appeared, and you had a mini-group huddled to come to a final decision. Derek held the case high like a prize like the prize it was, and marched towards the register. You plucked a refurbished controller off the wall and followed after him. Derek clapped the case against the counter with as much gumption as someone playing a winning hand in cards. He chuckled at his own dramatics when you had to awkwardly slide the controller he'd forgotten alongside the game. Thanks, Victor. No problem. Our multiplayer excursion would have been pretty short without it. Nicholas couldn't go too long without checking in on his big brother's activity. He spotted the two of you at the register. Seeing it was a game for the Switch, he nodded happily. The teen was blissfully unaware that Derek's true intentions with buying for that console. Derek played it cool and paid for the game and controller. He didn't even look at his little brother until the deal was done and he'd secured the bag. Then Derek flipped around confidently.
Nice work.
Mission accomplished. Let's hit the next stop. Alright. Let's go and visit H&M. You checked over the offerings available. Most of it was stuff you could get anywhere else, but there were some decent sales going on. You were able to pick out one thing you wanted to buy. The Suarez brothers gave approving thumbs up on your selection. They stuck beside you as you checked out and finished up your turn.
Okay.
Okay. We had some good stops, but it's getting late. We've got to go home now. Nicholas genially accepted the end of the trip. Fine, thanks for bringing us to this old place. The warmth came to his voice as he concluded his statement. It's cool that we got to hang out together. The sweetness brought a huge grin into Derek's face. He placed a hand on Nico's head as he'd done for many years. Head pats! Head pats! I'm glad we did this too. Nicholas beamed at those words. The only thing better than having fun with his family was knowing that his family was having fun with him as well. Aww. In high spirits, he slipped out from under Derek's hold and threw an arm over George's shoulder. The middle brother linked his own hand around Nico. The affection between all three had only grown stronger as the years had gone by. Everyone ambled together towards the exit, feeling fulfilled. As he approached the door, George began to speak. Head pats, head pats. Did anyone else notice Derek and Victor won the bet? Which bet? Oh, that half of the stores were still open? About half of the stores he mentioned were real in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Nicholas stuck out a peace sign and
Hell
cheered
yeah.
victoriously. Despite having not won himself, something even better had happened. Obviously, if Derek wasn't right about all the stories he talked about, then he'd be right about how many stories he'd be right about. Okay. Derek shook his head with a laugh at the exaggerated description from his biggest fan.
Thanks.
Thanks for believing in me. Always, bro. Oh, these three are so silly. Derek's right all the time. Alright, choice. Riot. Take your pick. We're the best. Hey, it wasn't just him. I guess that too, you joked. He happily watched the brothers. Let me take a sip.
We're the best.
Go team. Well, yeah. Oh, you made him blush. You made him blush. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, go team. Sounding humble was a struggle with how giddy all the praise made him. All the loose threads had been tied up and you left them all behind. You got back into the shotgun seat and strapped in for the drive back to the Suarez home. When everyone was set, you were on your way. It was a peaceful ride, mostly quiet. After the long excursion out, a rest was in order.
This is the only game where I got Riz ISTG.
The only game where you got Riz. Dang, you should apply what you learn in this game in real life. No, don't listen to me. But it only lasted for the first leg of the trip. Eventually, the soothing rumble of the car was harmonized with the
Great idea, Mori.
No, don't be weird to people, please. I should not be giving advice. I should not be allowed to give advice to people. Please. The rumble of the car was harmonized with the gentle sounds of Nicholas humming joyfully to himself. And only a second later, that was followed by a heart-wrenching gasp. The eldest brother instantly stiffened in his seat.
What?
What's up, Nicholas?
No.
My eclair! It's disgusting! The eclair? He ran that piece of information through his mind. The facts of the situation clicked into place. No! They left it in the car in the sweltering heat of summer? No! It melted. Nicholas whined at the tragedy of it all.
That thing's melted.
Yeah. Derek was right again, and he let out a nervous chuckle.
Never would have guessed that.
What did you think would happen? It's a cream-filled dessert that's been sitting for hours in a locked car during summer. I didn't think anything, it just happened.
That's a bummer.
I figured you were gonna eat it on the way to the mall. I forgot about it. There are plenty of questions and comments coming from both his brothers, but there was little Nicholas could say in defense. You twisted your seat to check on the youngest. The sight was pitiful. He was slouched in his seat, gazing down into his box, full of regrets. No, Nicholas. The suffering couldn't be ignored. George was compelled to offer a solution to protect Nico from the consequences of his actions.
BBG.
Poor BBG. No. You can have mine. It's still fine. It's a little soft, but warm muffins are good. Nicholas tucked his knees up and gripped the box more tightly. A new dessert sadly couldn't undo what had been done. I don't want that. I ruined mine. It's inedible. The solemnness brewing in the back seat was cracked by a bold declaration from the very front. I doubt that. Pass it over. He's gonna eat the melted eclair. That snapped Nicholas to attention. He was boggled by his brother. It wasn't hard to imagine why. Derek didn't enjoy treats on a normal day, and that one in particular was his sorry state. But it was even easier to guess the reason of all that. It was even easier to guess the reason all of that didn't matter. What is this sentence? Well, sometimes the sentences here are either so long running that you run out of breath when you reach the sentence period, or you have to reread it like multiple times. Maybe that's just me with my with my inability to understand something without like rereading it like 5 times. Maybe that's it. Derek could stomach anything for his baby brother. He continued to coax Nicholas.
I see how it is.
I was gonna try to get some of your dessert. That's the reason I didn't get my own. If you're not having any, that makes it even better for my
You're
plans.
not grat for me who stutters in long sentences.
Bah. Nicholas wasn't a 6-year-old anymore. He knew a placating stunt when he saw one. He mmm'd at Derek in pouty resistance, trying to brush the whole attempt off. Yet Derek had grown in that time as well. He hadn't lost his knack attending to his baby brothers. Even if it took more effort, he pretended to be oblivious to the rejection. Victor, could you get me the box? There was a groan and a sliding, shuffling sound. Nicholas had shoved the box through the opening between the driver's seat and shotgun. Just like the guessing game, he wasn't gonna win this. Okay. You took the steak box from Nicholas and brought it up to the front. The lid was already open, and you got a peek of the eclair puddle. No, the sad eclair, I don't want to see it. It was only about half as tall as it had been originally. The structure of the filled treat had collapsed in on itself. The paper doily underneath was entirely coated in liquefied chocolate frosting and pastry cream. You held the eclair out towards Derek. You lifted the box towards Derek. Do you feed him or do you just present the box to him? Riot, this is your choice. I'm not gonna decide for you. Riot! Riot, are you there? Riot! Riot! Oh no, chat. What happened to him? Let's just lift the box towards Derek, I guess. I don't wanna feed the guy. I'm not into that. I lifted the box towards Derek. You inched the eclair box towards Derek's head. He caught sight of it in his peripherals.
Thank you.
Thanks, Victor. Reaching inside with one hand, Derek pinched the treat between his fingers. It was threatening to completely fall apart in his hand, but he still went for it and pulled it up into the air.
Hello got dragged out of my ROM again.
Oh dang! Alright, let's go back. This is like super short. What? What happened now?
Sis wanted to check my BP. I'd rather not disclose.
Oh. Alright. We get a choice now, right now, Riot. Do you feed the eclair to Derek or do you offer him on the plate? He is currently driving.
I feed it to him.
Okay. You held the eclair out towards Derek. Your fingers sunk into the sides of the overheated pastry with no resistance. They were immediately covered in sticky ooze bleeding out from the inside. There was no way to do what you wanted to do without getting messy, but that was the path you'd chosen. You made your best attempt to avoid having the car suffer the same fate as your hands as you inched the eclair towards Derek's head.
Whoa!
Whoa! The unexpected confection floating in Derek's peripheral caught him entirely off guard. He gripped the wheel harder while enthralled whispers could be heard from the two audience members. Whoa! Enthralled whispers! Oh no! Whoa! Whoa! You were sure he might have had something to say at your stunt, but he kept himself composed and casual. He was driving and his little brothers were watching. Man, right in front of his little brothers! Alright. Okay. Thanks, Victor. That makes it easier. His eyes stayed on the road and he turned his head ever so
Right in
slightly.
front of my salad.
Ever so slightly to reach the treat. He didn't waste any time taking as large a bite as he could manage. He barely seemed to chew it before he swallowed. It isn't bad. Not too sweet. I'm honestly impressed. Xavier's a damn good baker. Now what are we gonna do? Gave the box back to Nicholas. You asked to try it. Derek made it seem tempting. You asked to eat some for Nico's sake. You took a bite of your own. Derek made it seem tempting. You did your part for Nico and ate a part of it yourself. What do we choose?
I gave the box back to BBG.
Okay. You gave the box back to Nicholas. The eclair was placed back down and you returned what remained of the dessert to its original owner. He poked at the remnants inside. After all that, he couldn't help himself and scooped some of the mushy mess out and gave it an exploratory taste. Nico grimaced as soon as it hit his tongue, and he let out a heavy sigh when he swallowed it down. It's pretty gross. No, Nico. As true as that was, there was a breathy chuckle threaded into his words. Not so long ago, he'd been as droopy as the eclair itself. Now he was starting to perk up. There was one person left who didn't take part in the event. He stayed quiet no longer. Could I try too?
Totally.
Totally. It's all yours. The box was unceremoniously dumped onto George's legs. He awkwardly grabbed it to keep it from falling onto the floor. George gave a snort. Thanks. Don't mention it. There was still plenty to go. Derek got a third of it down, but Nico's contribution was much more minor, and it was a quite lengthy type of confection. George wasn't going to drag things out, however. He managed to squash all that remained into a single bite. Oh. His face became coated in a goopy mix of frosting and cream and dissolving puff pastry. That was the only trace that survived after George's eclair massacre. Oh, he ate the whole thing. Nicholas's laughter burst out harder and louder than before. He was both amazed and horrified. When I said it's yours, that didn't mean you had to eat the whole thing like that. Thanks to the team effort, none of the eclair went to waste. No soggy clouds remained over anyone's head. Ah yes, you remembered to eat your own treat. You decided not to eat your treat after that. Who wants some of my strawberry cake? Does anyone want to try my strawberry cake? Do you offer some to the others? Since Nico didn't really like how the eclair ended up. Would you offer some to them?
Yeah, they can have some. ID for BBG.
Now who wants some of my strawberry cake? It's just as melted as the eclair, so makes for a fitting follow-up.
No.
No! The trip home came with good moods all around. Ah, he didn't eat any. As soon as you reached your destination, Nicholas and George jumped out of the car right away. Derek took a second to gather up the gift he'd gotten for his father and the card for Mr. Holden. You made sure you got your own stuff too before following after the boys. Nicholas let you right in with his house key. As he swung the door open, he announced the group's arrival with a grand cheer. We're back! Welcome home! His mother and father returned the call with a familiar greeting of their own. They'd been taking it easy on the couch with the TV, but it was promptly shut off with a click of the remote. Their children were entertainment enough. Man. You, Derek, and George stood around in the front of the living room. Suarez, child number 3, skipped ahead, going all the way around the back of the couch. Nicholas draped himself over his dad's shoulders and snuggled up to him from behind. Happy Father's Day! Mr. Suarez reached up to clasp Nicholas's arms warmly.
Wonderful.
Thank you, my wonderful son. The well wishes were echoed by the two older brothers in unison. Happy Father's Day, Dad! Thank you as well. Happy Father's Day, Mr. Suarez. Happy Daddy Day. Happy Father's Day. Happy day for my favorite dad around. He waved sweetly. You stood by Charlotte. Happy Father's Day, Mr. Suarez. It felt totally unnatural to join in on the merrymaking yourself. The content smile on Mr. Suarez's... Oh, it felt totally natural to join in on the merrymaking yourself. The content smile on Mr. Suarez's face confirmed that. Thank you very much. The man of the hour struggled to get off the couch with a heavy cape still hanging over him. But lifting Nicholas along with him, Mr. Suarez managed to get to his feet. Huh? He's still a strong man, I see. Lifting Nicholas with him, Mr. Suarez managed to get to his feet. In order to keep clinging to his parent, Nicholas had to stretch his chest over the seats of the couch and lean over his tiptoes. That was all well and good with Mr. Suarez. He opened his arms wide to invite even more hangers to join in. The incredibly inconvenient positioning was no hold-up for his children. Group hug! Derek and George shuffled in between the coffee table and their dad, carefully arranging themselves around each other and Nico. The group came together like pieces of a puzzle, only being able to attach in specific, perfectly aligned slots. Do we join in on the hug? Riot?
Yes, we join in.
You join in on the group hug. You had to make some mental calculations on the angles and trajectory before attempting a move. There was a single path that worked, and you took it, squeezing just barely between Derek and George. The airtight embrace shook with rumbling laughter. Mrs. Suarez had a front row seat to the love fest. She couldn't possibly move from her spot on the couch with her two largest sons blocking the way. Their mom sat tight and even managed to squeeze one hand to rub her husband's lower back. All the love in the world being poured over Mr. Suarez had him flushed with pride. He spoke to his lovely family with as much affection for them as they had for him.
What a day.
I'm so grateful to have you all here.
It's no problem.
Glad to be here. Yeah, glad to be here. Nicholas chirped, a self-aware mimic of his big brother. What they said. What they said times 2, glad to be here. You grin. Do we mimic him as well? Choices.
Oh dang, it's already 5.
Yeah, it's already 5. Let's try to get to a point where Mr. Holden comes into play, and then we can end the stream there. Take your pick.
Sure, why not?
What do you mean, sure, why not? Oh, right, the Mr. Holden thing.
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here. That comment was the cherry on the silly sundae. The brothers snickered along with you. The mimicry. The bonding moment came to a sudden and abrupt end as Nicholas's grip finally slipped from his dad's neck. 5 p.m. reminder! He collapsed like a broken bridge and swung face forward into the backrest of the couch with a puffing gasp. His long hair spilled over everywhere.
Oops.
Oops, are you fine, Nicholas? Mr. Suarez craned his head over his shoulder to peer down at where his youngest child landed. Still flat against a pillow, Nicholas stuck a thumb into the air. Oh yeah, he's fine. That drew out snickers from the whole crowd, but it was mutually agreed that giving each other some space was for the best. The Suarez men shimmied one after another past the furniture and into the dining area. The last one in the pack was Nicholas, who finally pulled himself upright. The missus of the family left the couch behind as well. It was a full migration to the open area of the living room. The flow of conversation continued from there.
Doing okay?
How's your day been? Derek claps a hand on his father's shoulder. What were you up to while we were out? With great excitement, Mr. Suarez answered the question. I took a nap. I took a nap midstream. You and Mr. Suarez are the same, Neil. I took a nap. Incredible! Wonderful news! Phenomenal! A nap! Amazing! That's cool, Dad. It is. I hope the 4 of you had a pleasant afternoon as well. It was eventful, that's how you would describe it. You felt eyes on you. Nicholas had a conspiratorial glance at your way. He was what made it particularly memorable, and he knew it. We had fun. It was a wonderful time for both old and new locales. George and Derek both nodded, not needing to add more to that. What a coincidence. Nap buddies.
That's what I like to hear.
Good to hear it. More current experiences were shared and funny anecdotes were told. Stories seen lately were recounted. That was until a bold set of knocks startled everyone to attention. Shock rapidly sparked into joy. My friend is here! With that cheer, Mr. Suarez hot-footed to the door. He got dibs on first greetings this arrival by default. It was his day after all. Yippee! Mr. Holden! Yippee! And just as he thought, Mr. Holden had arrived. He stood in the doorway with a party-sized grocery store fruit platter in hand. Aw, man! Aw, man! He brought a fruit platter, guys! Happy summer! Party-sized grocery store fruit platter in hand. If he had more time to arrange an order, you were certain it would have been a fruit bouquet instead.
Good evening.
Fruit platter LFG.
Let's go. Fruit. Is there oranges in there? Welcome, please come in. Don't mind if I do. This is for you. Mr. Holden placed the plate of delicately arranged fruit slices onto his friend's hand as he passed through. And everyone else, I figured I should contribute something. How kind. The two strolled further into the space. Mr. Holden stopped in front of the group. Mr. Suarez continued on to the kitchen to set the food down in its proper place. Hanging back, you waved. You went towards Mr. Holden and gave him a hug. You ran to the front and flung yourself against him. Approaching Mr. Holden, you patted his arm. How do we greet Mr. Holden? This will be, where the stream ends, by the way. Once we greet him.
We hug him.
Alright. You went towards Mr. Holden and gave him a hug. Separating from the rest of the group, you welcomed your former neighbor with a warm embrace. He held you back delightedly. Alright, what do we say? Happy Father's Day? I'm so glad you were able to make it. Thanks for coming. Hello?
Second one.
Okay. I'm so glad you were able to make it. I'd never miss it. Mr. Holden's grip naturally shifted into a
Net
partial
died
hold.
for a sec.
Net died, it's fine. To a partial hold around your shoulders, keeping you close while still freeing him up to greet the others. Then he cast his gaze over the Suarez family and addressed them good-naturedly. Hey everyone, we made it. Thanks again for the invite. Of course, it's good to see you, Cliff. Now it is a party. The two men shook hands firmly, a friendly greeting between the two longtime business parents. George raised an eyebrow in confusion. We? Me and phone, and by that I mean me and my son who's gonna call. It should be any minute now. Any minute? Cole would be calling any minute. It had felt like an eternity since you last heard his voice. Man! Even in Derek's epilogue, you still yearn for Cove. True, there were a few people you'd spend more time with in your life than Cove Holden. Yet there could never be too much of that. The sooner that the phone rang, the better.
Do you mind?
Crying. Crying. Dead. Crying.
Would you mind if I put him on speaker? He can enjoy the celebration. That would be wonderful. Fantastic. How have all you kids, or rather, mature grown-ups been? Arguably the most mature of the grown-ups, reference, spoke up with his arms crossed casually. It's been good. That's what I like to hear. Mr. Holden gave you one more affectionate squeeze before letting his hand drop back to his side. It was then that it was the first
Cove,
final arrival
my
of
BBG. I'm so sorry.
Cove, my baby G. I'm so sorry. It came in the form of a gentle strumming of a guitar, a customized ringtone. Ah, that's Cove. The soothing music was contrasted greatly by the absolute panic it stirred up in Mr. Holden. He fished his phone out of his pocket, nearly dropping it in the process, and hit the answer button. It was moments like that, where you could see most clearly how the man in front of you had fathered his son.
Hey!
Hey, sport! Yeah, yep, I'm with the Suarez family. It's their place. Hold up, I'm gonna put you on speaker. Mr. Holden took the phone off his ear and tapped the screen once again. There was a moment of silence. Can they not, video call? Damn. Video call in 2021, it's possible right now, you know. Then a soft, tepid, disembodied voice came through the device from miles away. It was one you could recognize anywhere. Hi? It's Cove! It's Cove! Hi, we can hear you.
Maybe they like their ancient technology.
No. Hello, Cove Holden. Hi, Cove. The entire Suarez family spoke up in good cheer to welcome their guest and their friend. Oh, great. Hey. A fuzzy breath came through on that reply. He was relieved with the warm reception. Cove couldn't help being a little awkward joining a party, even when he was not physically present in the room. Whoa! I miss you, Cove Holden! It's great to hear from you. Cove, it's me. I'm also here. Hey, Cove. Finally, it's my buddy. Oh no. Buddy zoned. Dang. Chat. I was about to say. I said that after we greet Mr. Holden, we would end stream, but then suddenly the surprise is that Cove was here. What do we say? Buddy zone now.
My
No.
bestie. My buddy. My pal. I'm crying.
Finally, it's my buddy. All trace of nerves and hesitation in Cove fizzled into nothing under the powerful rays of his own self-created sunshine. Hey Victor, thanks for keeping my dad company. He's a great kid. Yeah, I think so too. Oh man. His words were as soft and pure as afternoon clouds. Soft and pure as afternoon clouds. Even in other DLCs, he is described as the rays of sunshine. So, happy Father's Day to both of you. Thanks, it's a happy Father's Day. It is a happy Father's Day. It took a minute, but Mr. Holden eventually remembered that you don't have to hold the phone while it's on speaker. He placed it down on the counter for safekeeping and to give the others more room to gather around. Alright, I think let's stop here. Yeah, alright. If I continue more on, I think we're gonna have like another hour of the stream. I can't handle any more of that. Alright, that's it for this stream. Next week, I don't know what I have planned because I need to work on a lot of things.
Yeah, let's stop before I go on a full-blown breakdown.
No, it's Cove! Ah, Cove! Oh, Cove! Alright.
It's so cover.
Yes, Mori, have a good rest of the week. Yeah! Have a good weekend, guys! Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We accomplished what I sought out to do. I got Shadow Milk Cookie 3 times this stream. Yippee! 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 I got Shadow Milk on the first 10 pull of the stream. Yippee! Yippee!
The luck charm is real, y'all.
The luck charm. Yeah, out of pity. No! The first 10 pull gave me a Shadow Milk Cookie, okay? And then I got another one in another 10 pull.
If y'all need my luck.
And then the third one was for the pity. Do not discount my actual pull, okay? Even though I got to pity, I got him in like 30 pulls, okay? In total. I got him the first Shadow Milk
LMAO.
came home in 30 pulls. I'm happy with that. Okay. Bye. Bye guys. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. See you again next week, I think. Question mark. Have a good weekend. There.
Bye time for Minecraft.
Time for Minecraft. Time for Minecraft.